Hey everybody, and welcome back to Paleo Art Studios. I'm Benjamin Michael Tanner, and today I got something really special for you guys. Now, for those of you who have seen my work on DeviantArt in the past, you may know of a character that I've had in the storage units of my mind for the past few years. You know her, you love her. This is Shira the Amazon, my very own Jungle Girl character. So today I'm going to be drawing a picture of her as well as sharing my inspirations for her as well as a little bit about her backstory. But I'm not going to go into too much detail of her full story because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm already working on a short story mythos about Shira. The first chapter is already on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can check that out. And the full manuscript for the first short story for Shira is finished. I'm just working on the illustrations, and shortly afterwards I'll be publishing it on Amazon, and I also have a Patreon where you can check out exclusive concept art and illustrations for the books. So I'll also put that in the description below so you guys can check that out and subscribe. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So when I first started digital art back in the summer of 2019, a few years ago, I was coming up with ideas for what kind of content to post on DeviantArt. So I started coming up with different caveman characters, and then I got the interesting idea to come up with I came up with this idea for a Jungle Girl character inspired by a combination of Mowgli and Tarzan named Shira the Amazon. Now, at first, I thought about setting her story in the modern world and putting it in the Amazon jungle where she lost her family as a baby, and she was found and taken in by this mother jaguar, and that's where I kind of left it alone for a little while. And about a year later, after I saw the second Jumanji movie, The Next Level, I thought about turning Shira into this jungle adventure story with dinosaurs. So I started doing all of these drawings with Shira interacting with all these different dinosaur characters, and it was right then that I realized that I wanted to do a story about Shira. And I kind I the initial idea for me was to give her a dinosaur companion or any kind of animal. Now, so this animal companion would be her brother named Goliath, and at first he started off as a saber-toothed jaguar, but then later down the road I got the idea to do Shira's story with Victorian dinosaurs, and I decided to pair Shira with a Victorian iguanodon. But then within a few months of going into progress for the comic, which some of you have seen on DeviantArt a few years ago before I took it down, was that I realized that I if I was gonna do a dinosaur story, if this is the only one that I wanted to do, I wanted my dinosaurs to be real, to be accurate. I wanted this for all dinosaur fans. So I scrapped the comic, and then I started coming up with more ideas for Shira's dinosaur brother. Now, at first I thought about pairing her with an iguanodon, an allosaurus, a dryptosaurus, but then I got the interesting idea to pair her with a completely made up dinosaur that I made up. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about what this dinosaur is because, well, that's my secret, and you're going to You're going to have to wait until I release the audiobook on YouTube for you guys to find out. Or you can check out the exclusive content on my Patreon to learn more about it if you guys want. So anyway, as for the world of Shira, the world that I placed her in is a high fantasy world called Dynova. Now, at first, I thought about setting it as a lost world in the modern era, but shortly after I saw Primal, what if I could just make it an entirely new world that no one's ever seen before and just set it as my own version of a prehistoric Earth with different kinds of primitive human cultures and gods and civilizations. So that's what I decided to do with it. So as for the writing, I'm going to be releasing each chapter as an audiobook first whenever the illustrations are finished, because that's the stage I'm currently working on right now. And after the audiobook series is finished, I will be releasing the full short story in a book on Amazon Prime, and a comic will follow shortly after. So yeah, I'm taking really great pride in this. Like, Shira is my pride and joy. She's the best character I ever came up with, and I'm really glad to be sharing her on the internet with you guys for everyone to see. So, here's my newest picture for Shira the Amazon to reintroduce her to the internet for you guys to see, as well as using this as a cover image for a comic or a short story or whatever. If you like my content, please like and subscribe and ring the bells for notifications, and check out my DeviantArt, as well as check out some content on my Patreon. See you guys next time.